Welcome to the WNBA on NBC. Terrika Foster-Brasby is here with me, and we got to talk USA basketball because we got a whole bunch of video of the new squad, I shouldn't say the new squad, players who could potentially make the squad. And let me tell you something, USA basketball is deep, Terrika, deep. And I do not envy the decision makers on who have to pick that team because, there was a lot of beautiful basketball being played, and these youngins, they come in for some of those spots. So, not everybody was there, but the only people, well, I should say the only people, but like some of the notables who were not there were like Asia Wilson, Stewie, Nafisa, Sabrina wasn't there as well. But in my opinion, this is just my opinion. I don't actually vote or pick people, so don't come for me. But I think the only locks are Asia, Stewie, and Fee. Like, I feel comfortable saying like those three are going to be on the team. But as far as like everyone else, I truly do not know. Like, I just don't know. There's a lot of great players who I saw on the court.
You ain't never lied. I would also say that those three feel like a solid three, period. I like that Ka is always in the conversation. Chelsea Gray was there. She's again a champion, so she knows. Former Olympian, like she, has won gold medals. So again, it's good that new head coach Carl Lawson has some vets that she could lean on. But also, she's not completely unfamiliar with some of the newer faces to this, 5-on-5 version of USA basketball, because she's had the chance to coach some of the other younger players in like junior competition. So she knows Cameron Brink, she knows Paige, she knows Sonia, she knows Kiki. So she has, a relationship with some in some capacity with some of the younger new faces, new stars on the team. And then, of course, it was great to see Caitlin there, right? Like, she's talking about how she feels good, how she feels healthy, how she's ready, she's back. Like, that's got to be exciting, especially if you're Coach Stephanie White. So you're there getting to see your own player just continue to feel good and look good. And so it was really encouraging, to be honest.
It was. And like those social accounts knew what they were doing. They were giving us a lot of Paige Bueckers who looked she was killing it out there.
Yeah.
They were also giving us a lot of Angel Reese as well. And she made some headlines herself because, there's for some reason, and I mean, a lot of it comes from her fan base. We talked about it, like how her season ended with the Chicago Sky, and, it didn't go the way that they wanted the season to go. And so, some people were like, oh, Angel may request a trade. And a lot of that was just speculation. It wasn't like really real reporting out of anywhere. But we talked about it like, maybe the hire of,
Patricia Trammell.
Sorry, yes. Yeah. Could she help the Chicago Sky repair that relationship with Angel Reese? So, Angel was asked directly about, the Chicago Sky, and she says she's returning to the Sky. What she actually said is, I'm under contract. I plan on returning to the Sky, continuing to talk to Tyler and building that relationship with Jeff and Tyler. And so, I am happy that Angel will get another season, hopefully, with Tyler. I mean, that's not fully up to her, but it sounds like she wants to continue to work with him. And so, assuming the Chicago Sky, they've already said like they're not making any other changes if that holds through the season. I think a second year together, you've added in like, LT as an experienced coach to the bench. I think it could just be a better season for them. And she's made it clear, that she wants to like be in the playoffs. Like, she doesn't want to be sitting at home again, not in the playoffs and just watching the finals on TV. These young players are ambitious. We just spoke to Sanaya Rivers. She wants the Connecticut Sun to make the playoffs. So I think it's good that Angel is talking like this. And I know some of her fans may not like it and they just want to see her off the team. But I think that we should support her and, hopefully the Sky do what they need to provide the proper support, not just for Angel, but like the entire roster and the players. And so they can overcome the stigma around them. And if they can do that and have a productive season, it might attract other players with free agency potentially looming.
Yeah, the one thing that I think is a great thing that we can say about this season is that no matter what issues any team had in the previous years, this year you could almost bet your paycheck that team ain't gonna look the way it looked last year. The way that there are so many free agents out here and the way that this negotiation could shape up from a CBA standpoint, people are going to be trying and testing their waters and testing their feet in different places this year. So whatever you thought and felt about the Chicago Sky as far as its construction, throw that out of your mind, because it most likely will not look like that team in 2026. The good thing is, though, and I know we've talked about it and discussed it, but also if you are familiar, not you, Natalie, but for those who are familiar with how rookie contracts work, Angel's still on her rookie contract with Chicago. So there was never a question or a doubt for me that she wouldn't be suiting up this year because she's still under contract to do so. And I don't think Chicago is that dumb to let her go. So pretty much,
what I said.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I don't know why there was ever a doubt that she would be leaving Chicago anyway. But it's good to hear her say, I'm under contract. I'm going to be working with Tyra. I'm looking forward to rebuilding that relationship. That's important. Having a relationship with your coach as the star player is important. And if you are able to repair a relationship with Jeff and whomever, if LT is able to add that extra oomph to you, Chicago is not an undesirable city to be in. People will want to come to be in Chicago if they know they have an opportunity to play with Angel, and this organization is on some track of being solid and having a respectable front office that people can actually feel good about playing for. No one's going to be like, I don't want to go play in Chicago. I love going to Chicago. So we're going to be in Chicago for WNBA All-Star for 2026. So it is a great year to be a Sky if and when you can get a good roster with a good foundation, and having the support of Angel Reese just makes that all the more plausible if you're looking forward to 2026.
Yeah. An opportunity to play with Angel. You think anyone on USA Basketball is saying that? Because I mean, Angel, Paige, I mean,
I'm sure.
I don't know, that team is so deep. I'm just like, will they both be on it? Who's gonna make
Oh my God, that would be crazy. I would love it. And the vets are gonna make them earn these spots. They're gonna make them earn these spots.
Yeah, you ain't just coming in and taking it.
You ain't coming in and taking those spots. So you still, I mean, you got Bree Jones that's gonna be working. It was great to see even though JuJu couldn't play and she couldn't necessarily, go through any actual practices. She's still rehabbing her ACL injury. But just how good do you feel seeing JuJu smile and her bun and her out there motivating?
And Kiki and Sony, they looked great out there. And also, even and we saw the vets. Kelsey Plum was putting the moves on them. We just saw so many. I just loved all the footage we were seeing. A lot of great plays, the collaborations, Aaliyah Boston. Everyone just looked really good and solid, out there. And they were definitely putting in the work, because that unrivaled media availability yesterday, Sony Citron was saying how her body still isn't recovered yet. But it will be in time for Unrivaled. But I mean, they really are putting in the work.
Yeah, I love that. Well, I'm always excited for USA Basketball. Next year is a FIBA year. I mean, I know they're already qualified, but even still, it's just going to be exciting to see what this roster will look like, especially under new head coach and Sue Bird, who is also there, who now has a new role within the USA Basketball system. She got the hardest job. So you got the hardest job. You the one making the decisions. You the one out here picking, Sue. So I hope you got your phone turned off when you make these decisions, because it's going to blow up based off who you pick.
And also she'll be I don't want to say battling, but we know some of the controversy within the past and people feeling it's political and the UConn ties and connections. So the appearance of remaining objective and making sure you were just putting the best roster players, construction and best players together that can win, and continue the legacy of USA Basketball. So fun and exciting times for us to watch and see. Maybe not as much for Sue, but looking forward to it. So T, thank you for joining me. This will be our last WNBA on NBC for 2025. So we appreciate all of you tuning in with us, and we will definitely obviously be back in 2026, but you can go back and rewatch anything that you missed out on, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. It is the WNBA on NBC. You can catch up, and you can also receive alerts when we post new content. Thank you so much for joining us this season, and looking forward to the journey with you all next season.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, y'all.